Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return to Gran Turismo 7 and once again I have been left asking what on earth is going on over at Polyphony. Today we're here at, here we go, Circuit de Saint Croix Variant C. It's about 1 million miles long. It seems like Gran Turismo just decided they wanted to come up with a new fictional track. I think this was actually on GT Sport originally, but they couldn't decide what they wanted to do, so it's kind of got everything on it. It takes almost 4 minutes to get around, hence why the race is only 4 laps. I really don't know what to say about this one. I've barely learnt my way around. I've got no idea about braking points and things like that. This will go well, so make sure you get yourself subscribed. It's always fun when you jump into a Gran Turismo race around the longest track, I think, or one of the longest tracks in the game, and it's taken us 15 minutes of warm-up before someone realised that they hadn't connected properly and has had to rage quit. So, Gran Turismo is testing my patience currently, this game, but now we can actually get into qualifying. I'm probably not going to bore you all with an entire lap around this circuit unless you really wanted it. But this isn't live stream, so I can't really ask you, I'm afraid. I feel like this one's going to be a very sarcastic one. What's kind of annoyed me now about this circuit is now I've actually done a few more laps around it and I'm learning slowly but surely where to go. I am actually finding it quite interesting. So I'm going to give you guys a qualifying lap, but I'm also going to give myself extra work to do, and I'm going to fast forward down the monstrous straights that make up a fair portion of this circuit. But let's see if we can try and get a good clean time on the board. I'm going to do all that and then I'm going to mess up during the first really technical section. That's probably what you're about to witness, but let's do what we can and try and not qualify last. Why am I doing this today? Oh, Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo. Oh, this is just going to be a disaster, isn't it? Everything about this so far screams this is going to be a disaster. Right, let's do this thing. Gran Turismo, 4 laps around. I don't know whether I like this track or hate it, but yeah, we've got to come from the back. Let me know down in the comments below where you think we'll finish this one here today. But plenty of Porsches, plenty of Nissan GTRs, definitely the cars of choice for this series. But I mean, yeah, we've got a bit of time to try and move through the roster, but we'll see what happens. It might be that I accidentally wreck myself again. Of course, this is actually my first race of this manufacturer's series. Of course, couldn't compete in the first one because I was still having issues with my computer. But let's do this thing then. I don't think we're going to need a pit stop today. 5 red lights and it's lights out and away we go. So I almost bang it straight off the red line as we try and shift up into second gear there. Luckily as well, the grid fairly bunched up for the start of this one, so it's not going to be you overtake one car and the next one's 6 miles in front as we head down in towards turn 1. Now I'm hoping as well, of course, with the extra long qualifying that most people are going to be fairly sort of calm and collected with each other. As soon as I say that, the Porsche almost going for a crazy dive bomb in towards turn 2. I'm not in a million years going to be able to get corner numbers as well around here. Although I'm just going to start guessing them and making numbers up as I go. But to the inside then off the Porsche as we head down the back straight. Fingers crossed we can try and make this one nice and easy. Braking just at the 150 metre board. Subaru very early there on the brakes. I thought he was trying to give me an open door at the inside, but apparently not, as Porsche will slot in just behind. Yeah, this Subi is early on the brakes there as he's clearly thinking he's in one of the rally cars. Yeah, with that sort of line through the next corner, and that's going to be a half-second penalty straight away there. This was the corner, of course, that I binned. Sorry, I meant to say this was the corner I got binned at. Just your standard Gran Turismo move, apparently. That's just what happens on this game nowadays, rather annoyingly. Anyway, let's try and go give this Porsche some karma. Right, getting quite a good run then up onto the Severn Bridge. I know it's not actually the Severn Bridge, but it looks like it to me. This guy's going to try and move around a little bit over there, but we're going to get to the inside once again then. There's once more drag racing with the Porsche GT4 car. Whoa, that's too late. Oh, I haven't dished him any karma. I've just mugged myself off as, again, he's trying to learn all the braking points around here. A lot of them are 125 metres. That one, for some reason, in my head, even in practice, I thought was at the start of the curbing. But I keep learning it's absolutely not. I've no idea what's going on between these two, though, by the time I get down into the hairpin. But clearly this is the battle between the wooden spoons here on Gran Turismo 7, as we're going to try and keep ourselves to the inside of the WRX. Surely he's not going to be able to do anything there, and we'll make it through. We have now made progress in this race as we come towards the end. Oh, that corner's much more braking than I remember. Hang on, there we go, thank you. Easy does it, as the Subaru will again try and sneak up the inside, but just try to be a bit cheeky there, pinching him in towards the apex of the corner. And down in towards the final couple of turns, then we will survive lap 1 then of this race. There is a big gaggle of cars battling a bit further up the road, but we've got a lot of work to do to get up to them. This fellow Brit leads the way at the end of lap 1. We've got a nice run on the Porsche again. Might be able to try and do something down that first of many back straights. Whoa! No! Oh, Gran Turismo today is really annoying me. That is not the line we needed through there. This has been an absolute disaster show. It would be a miracle now if I close up to anyone in this race. This has got to be up there. Gran Turismo has been descending into carnage in recent weeks. This has got to absolutely put the cherry on top of the cake. Oh, Porsche in front. Big oopsie. Thank you. That'll be the place back then. What annoys me is when we're actually by ourselves, we're running very competitively around this circuit, but that's a little bit wide there out of the final corner, really trying to hang on the ragged edge. We've taken a good 2 seconds out of the leaders again in the second half of this lap just by not crashing. So we have actually got some good pace in the car. It's just now we're a mile away behind anyone, apart from that one guy who I desperately want to beat more than anything else. Ooh. Oh, someone with a penalty! We're going to gain a place! Hooray! We're into the top 10 then, I think, for pretty much the first time today. That's nice to get a freebie later on in the afternoon. I think the only thing I can really try and do is claim fastest lap, although I now know saying that, it will cut to me making a huge mistake somewhere in completely wrecking my Nissan. Under a second away from fastest lap that time round, and I made a bit of a hash of the final sector, so we can still try and get at least P9 in this race. Like I said, we are going to try and gun that fastest lap then here, just as a little bit of a consolation prize when we consider everything that's gone on in this race. It has completely changed my thoughts and feelings towards, well, I say it hasn't really changed my thoughts and feelings towards Gran Turismo. This game desperately needs a bit of a rework and a rebalance at the moment. They've got plenty of issues that I think sometimes you do wonder whether Polyphony are aware of. I can sort of see why a lot of top players are making the switch elsewhere. But yeah, we'll see what we can do though. This isn't a day for complaining entirely, although it basically has been up to now. Oh, come on, I'm going to try and work my way around this guy. He's going to give us an open door to the inside, thank you. I think he just doesn't really want to have that battle, so that's going to be one place nice and easily gained. So just always still struggling with this Nissan. The big thing I've noticed is you can't brake and steer in this thing. I know it's quite a common thing on Gran Turismo 7 anyway, but yeah, you just cannot brake and steer in this thing. If you've broke slightly late for a corner, as we found out at lap 1 going over this bridge, you've just kind of got to focus entirely on getting the car slowed down before you even consider trying to make the corner. But yeah, this is looking like another pretty quick lap up to now. We are improving over my last one, 4.5 tenths up. This is not over, and we might even be able to get P8. Another car with a penalty. We're going to get P8 in this race, or at least provisionally. We're closing in actually quite a lot on them. I think that's a Merc in front of us as well, so we might still just be able to clutch up a semi-respectable result by not rage quitting when I got span on that AstroTurf. But the Subaru now is actually still all over my gearbox, so we round our way in towards the twisty technical final section of this lap. Like I said, still want to try and push for that fastest lap. We are definitely within the ballpark at the moment. Like I said, this was the sector. Whoa! Oi! 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 Don't hit that wall, thank you! No, Subaru's got to run though. Has he gone to the inside? No, he hasn't. Now we will get an opportunity. That's cost me a lot. As the yellow flag's out, someone else has gone into P7 then of this race. Could we possibly get the Merc through the final couple of corners here? I think we're going to have to rely on quite a big error from him. Oh no, don't run wide. I've ran wide. Graze up against the Armco through the final proper corner of this lap, then through the quick final flick. Shouldn't have used third gear there, but luckily the Subaru behind me is not going to get the run. I'll take P7 in the end. It's a pretty decent recovery, all things considered there. A 10th off fastest lap as well. That hurts a little bit more, but yeah, I suppose that race was pretty bad to begin with, but we did recover to pick up a decent result there, as lots of other cars made mistakes late on in the day. But yeah, a bit frustrated with Gran Turismo 7 at the moment. Thank you all so much for watching this video nonetheless, though. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and yeah, we will be back probably soon with some more GT7 content.